The worst English phrasebook ever written. Part 2. Hi, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the second part of this hilarious video. I have just watched the first part of it and now I'm watching the second part. For you, it's been a few days. For me, it's just been 2 minutes. And I can't wait to watch the rest of the video. We stopped the last video at the start of Rob explaining the idioms to us. This is where we have left off, and I'd say let's just jump straight back into it and watch the second part right away.
An English saying, to crunch the marmoset. It turns out it is an attempted translation of the highly idiomatic French expression croquer le marmot, which means to wait impatiently. This does, in one way, translate into to bite or to crunch the marmoset. However, it actually harks back to an old French use of the word croquer to mean to knock, and a marmot as an old word not for a marmoset, but for a door knocker. So it means to knock on a door impatiently. It has nothing to do with consuming monkeys. Although, fun fact, in modern French, a marmoset is called a ouistiti, which is the word that French people use instead of cheese when they take a photo. Cute. Anyway, other classics in Pedro's idiotic list include, in the country of blinds, the one-eyed men are kings. Close, but not quite right, is it? Yeah. A horse barred, don't look him the tooth, which is an interesting take on don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and it want to beat the iron during that it is hot.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. And another close but yet so far one is, the stone as roll, not heap up, not foam. This makes a lot more sense if you understand that the French words for foam and moss are the same. There are so many more of those, and I'll tell you how you can enjoy them for yourself at the end. But first, I want to point out something else unusual about Pedro Carolino's approach when writing this book. He refers to himself as we throughout the introduction. Now, it might just be that he's got his English or French pronouns all muddled up. That's certainly not beyond him.
That's weird.
But it's also probably because he wants us to believe that this book has two authors. Indeed, originally, two people were credited with having compiled it. Pedro Carolino and a much more highly reputed writer of language books named José de Fonseca. Now, I don't think a huge amount is known about José de Fonseca, but thanks to the work of a linguist named Alexander McBride from UCLA in the early 2000s, we do know a few key things. One of them is that José de Fonseca could speak very good English. He was in fact the author of the 1837 Guide de la Conversation Française et Anglaise, a guide to French and
he
English
didn't see the mistakes?
It was credited to Joseph de Fonseca, but according to McBride, there is plenty of evidence that José and Joseph or Joseph were the same person. And that book is a perfectly competent, even useful, introduction to English for French speakers. So if José de Fonseca had a good grasp of English, how could he have possibly played any role in producing this hilariously misguided take on the language? Well, the answer...
Wait, English of the man. What what kind of chapter is this even? The brain. Oh, we're talking biology. Okay. The brain, the inferior lip, the brains, the superior lip, the fat of the leg, the marrow, the ham, the reins. What? Okay.
The answer is he didn't, or at least not knowingly.
Okay.
You see, we know that Pedro Carolino was in possession of two books, a Portuguese-French phrasebook and a French-English dictionary. But we also know which specific book one of those was. It was the New Conversation Guide in Portuguese and French by one José de Fonseca. What it seems may well have happened is that Pedro Carolino, having copied so much from José de Fonseca's work and not being entirely shameless, decided to give him a co-writing credit, an act of generosity that ultimately resulted in José de Fonseca's name being instead dragged through the mud along with Carolino's.
Yeah, I mean, he must must have been oblivious when he found out, if he ever found out. I would have been very angry. Like, you can't just put a name of a person on your book that you wrote that is absolute crap and take half the blame and put it on to a person that has nothing to do with it. Nothing whatsoever. Did he even ask him? I don't think so. I think he just put the name there and then he's like, yeah, I mentioned his name, so all is good. And he just dragged him down with him. Oh my gosh. Was there, maybe he's gonna talk about this after he talked about everything that's in the book, but I do want to know if there was any backlash when the book was released. Like, if people, English speaking people, were angry about this, and then both of those people, like Pedro and Jose, had some kind of backlash because of that. And also, Jose was an author who wrote serious books, and then he's associated with something like that. Must have ruined his career. Like, why did he do that?
It was linked with a book that would have never met his own standards.
Yeah.
Lacking in quality, this book may have been, but something that it hasn't lacked over the past century and a half or so is fans, and in high places too. After its discovery in Macau, it became a sensation either side of the Atlantic, with British and American readers scrambling to get copies of it. And we know that at least one of those copies found its way into the hands of a certain Abraham Lincoln.
Wait, so it didn't get any backlash, but it got famous for it because it was so bad. Oh, wow. Okay. So we probably made tons of money because the book was so bad. It's just like TikTok. I'm sorry. Don't want to offend anyone who's on TikTok doing content. That's not what I wanted to say, but there is a lot of stuff that shouldn't be online. I mean, on YouTube as well. But yeah, that's kind of how I did it. It's like brain rot. You know it's bad, but it's so bad that it's funny again. And it makes a lot of money because people are watching it. I personally don't. I don't. But I do know of its existence. And I do know that people make a lot of money with it. Abraham Lincoln. Wow, so it got so big that it was read in America. Wow.
Found its way into the hands of a certain Abraham Lincoln, who's said to have used it as an amusing distraction during the American Civil War. In her political biography of Honest Abe, Team of Rivals, Doris Kearns Goodwin writes how, in the depths of the war, Fred Seward records a pleasant evening that January when Lincoln walked over to Seward's with John Hay to share a humorous language guidebook, English as she is spoke.
2005.
As John Hay read aloud its queer inverted sentences, Lincoln and Seward laughed heartily, their minds finding a brief but welcome relief from care.
I can imagine.
Indeed, who couldn't laugh heartily at such unintentionally bad advice as
more examples.
Take attention to cut yourself and take care to dirt yourself. I can see why this book was such a welcome distraction. You really can just open it at any old random page and find something to laugh at. Yeah, okay, here we are. We have a list of woman objects, and on there, the paint or disguise.
Wait a minute. I want to read that. Degrees of kindred. The quarter grandfather. Hey, this is my quarter grandfather. And then I have a half grandfather and a 4/5 grandfather. A guardian. An guardian. A widow and widow. Trades. Porter. Oh, the Chinaman again. Founder. That's the one we've read before. Okay. Objects of man. The boots. The clogs. The buckles. The wig. The buttons holes. The morning gown. The buskins. What the hell are buskins? Nightgown. The lining. The lining? What's the lining? I don't know what the lining is. Woman objects. The busk. The paint or disguise. The sash. What? The spindle. The cornet. The patches. The pumps. The skate. People were skating back then? Servants. Coachman. Spent. Okay. Running footman. Businessman. Groom. Interesting.
Paint or
To say the least.
disguise. I think he meant makeup. And Abraham Lincoln wasn't the only American national treasure to take a
true.
shine to English as she has spoke. Another is none other than Mark Twain, who loved it so much he agreed to write the introduction to the American print run. You know what, let me just read you some of that actually, because it's Mark Twain,
yes,
so
please.
It's brilliant. And you're going to just see how much he loved this book. Let's do it. In this world of uncertainties... No, don't worry, I'm not actually going to do the accent. In this world of uncertainties, there is, at any rate, one thing which may be pretty confidently set down as certainty. And that is that this celebrated little phrasebook will never die while the English language lasts. Its delicious, unconscious ridiculousness and its enchanting naivete are as supreme and unapproachable in their way as are Shakespeare's sublimities. Whatsoever is perfect in its kind in literature is imperishable. Nobody can imitate it successfully, nobody can hope to produce its fellow. It is perfect. It must and will stand alone. Its immortality is secure. Many persons have believed that this book's miraculous stupidities were studied and disingenuous, but no one can read the volume carefully through and keep that opinion. It was written in serious good faith and deep earnestness by an honest and upright idiot who believed he knew something of the English language and could impart his knowledge to others. One cannot open this book anywhere and not find richness.
Oh, wow.
Mark Twain, everybody.
That's
and let's
so
leave the
awesome.
video there because it's cold out here and I don't wish to catch cold in the brain. I do recommend you read this book. It's actually out of copyright. It's in the public domain, so you can find it for free all over the internet, or you can buy yourself a floppy copy like this for not very much money. Or, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave a link in the description with a version of it that includes some of my notes and highlights. It'll be totally free for you to access.
Oh, thank you
unless
so
you want
much.
to pay for
That's
it.
so cool.
I have to give a quick thanks to Jessie Hammer, a subscriber to my newsletter, who introduced me to English as she is spoke and enriched my life in the process. And thanks to you for watching. And let me leave you with some good advice.
Oh, yes.
Of the hand to mouth, one lose often the soup. Something to remember.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this video was hilarious. I loved this. Oh my gosh, one of the best videos I've ever watched. Okay, I just opened the link that he provided and there it is. It's the whole book. Don't worry, you're not gonna read it now. But maybe if you guys are down for it, we could like read parts of it every now and then and just laugh and laugh and laugh. We could do that. Like if this video gets enough likes, I don't know what enough means to be honest, but if it, let's say like, if it gets to 500 likes, then we're going to do that. We're gonna read parts of this book every now and then and make a video about it, because I then know that enough people would want to watch this video. Maybe you have favorite parts that we could read, I don't know, or maybe we just read from start to finish and in 2 or 3 years we are going to be through with the whole book. I don't know. Just let me know in the comments, please. Oh my gosh, he also has shirts. This girl have a beauty edge and crunch them. Said he made merch out of this. If this guy, Pedro Carolino, would have known that almost 200 years after he has written this book, there is a video on the internet about it, talking about the book that he wrote almost 200 years ago, and also shirts that have the imprint of his words on it. Like, we're living in amazing times when it comes to that. This is hilarious. Think about this. If he would have known, I mean, he wrote that book and wanted to get some money, but I think he would have never ever been able to imagine what really happened to the words that he wrote back then in 1850. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.